Hello everyone, welcome to the concise analysis for the helmeted Mario pipe. It's a brand new special pipe and it has quite good odds. So some of you may have saw in the data mining these items and that they would be in a special pipe, and maybe you weren't interested, but then when we opened up the app and we saw there's a 12% high-end rate, kind of dangling the temptation there. And you might be wondering now, what is the value on some of these items? Well, I'm going to give just a quick breakdown on this one. Collectively, these four Mario characters don't provide significant course coverage overall, and that is 58 of the total assumed track count in the entire Mario Kart game, which is substantially low given a population of 4 drivers that can present course coverage. But individually, some of these do some pretty nifty things, and that is the case definitely for Mario Baseball. Definitely an overrated character. Mario Baseball has 34 tracks overall, but only 20 of which are assumed. It is one of those city course specialists, so it has 14 nitro tracks. Might come in good on some of these cities, given that that is often the Mario that is being represented there. And within a texture, a population of 4 drivers, he presents 88 unique tracks within a total 4 optimal driver setup, which is one off of the peak that's currently available in the game, which would be 89. So Mario Baseball, for some people's inventories, may be quite useful. However, the special skill is a bit limited there. Granted, these special skills have been buffed, as is definitely the case for Mario Racing now, because Mario Racing presents a similar 87 tracks of unique coverage in an optimized 4-driver setup for all of the assumed value tracks. Mario Racing has 19 assumed value courses of his own merit, and has the triple mushroom skill, which had a 50% increase. So now the base bonus points for the triple mushroom got increased to 15 from 10, which puts it ahead of a standard mushroom frenzy. And given a substantial Kart setup where you're going to be getting increased bonus multiplier points, that could go beyond that of a coin frenzy quite easily. So Mario Racing is definitely a decent one. Now there's Satellaview Mario, who was very hot initially, right? And has 21 of the 22 tracks are assumed values. So he is meat and potatoes, as I would put it. Getting those assumed value courses. Those are the ones that come back tour in and tour out. You don't have to worry about them disappearing like the nitro tracks. But he's being infringed on as the tours go on by these other elite special skills, as is often the case. And Lucky 7 is a premium skill, but it's not at the top of the premium skills. So, as is the case, Boomerang, Coinbox, Giant Banana do infringe on that. So Lucky 7 is more on the level of Triple Banana, depending upon the course, of course. And then there's also these carts, right? And a lot of these items have been available in pipes before. So this is kind of more of an appetizing pipe if you're a newer player than if you're a returning player, because outside of the Lunar Cruiser, this is just its second pipe that it's ever in. So the Lunar Cruiser is quite a rare pipe. Everything else has been in pipes multiple times, 5 or more in most situations here. And the Lunar Cruiser, also similar to Satellaview Mario, came out at a point in time where the buffs were very rich with assumed value courses. So that's a nice cart, but still not at the top of the rankings in terms of carts. But as is the case, a lot of these other ones have been around the block, so to speak. So there you have it. There's no spotlights, folks, so it's a bottomless pit. But if we take a look at the odds on this, it is 12%. So you get 3 high-end drivers and 3 high-end carts for a 50 pipe, which is it's friendly. And it's friendly because nothing about this pipe is a must-have. Okay, so let's just say if you missed out on Satellaview or the Lunar Cruiser, one of these items, then what would be your odds to obtain them? Well, we'll just do a quick calculation, okay? So, as is the case here, Happy Pi Day, 314. Nice little shiny figure there in the corner of the calculator. I like that. So there's a distribution of 4 high ends per pool, and if we are just targeting ones, just Satellaview Mario, then 3 out of the 4 would not be ones that we would be looking to obtain. And with a single drain of the pipe, we would set the exponent then to 3. And the reason for that is because there's 3 high-end drivers or 3 high-end carts. So whatever you're specifically targeting then would be represented with that number 3 in the exponent. That's the number of trials that we're running as we clear out the pipe, right? And as always, the disclaimer, this is a worst case scenario. If you're beating the pipe, you reset, and your odds can be better than this, but this is the lowest your odds can be. And we see it's 57.8%, which is not good odds on a single drain of this pipe. Naturally, those odds improve if you're willing to do a double drain of the pipe, which wouldn't be really recommended given the strength of these items. But I will do the calculation for posterity here. We'll do the exponent set to 6 now because it would be 2 drains of the pipe, and a much more comfortable 82.2%. As is normally the case, and why I say this is a great pipe for new players. Well, let's say if you want 2 of these items, if they're very good for your inventory, you like the way they look, perhaps you missed them in your collector, well then what would your odds be just in a single drain if you were looking for 2 of these items? Well, it would be 2 divided by 4 then, and we would set the exponent to 3 for either the drivers or the carts. And we can see it's 87.5%, folks. So vastly different picture that we're looking at for a single drain based on your inventory. But do keep in mind as we swing it back over to the app that that value is based on your unique account's inventory and what you have planned to do with your account. So nothing here is a must-have, but it is a sweet pipe if these things are of special meaning to you. With that out of the way, let's just go ahead and do the all clear pipe, right? So we have this DK time trial here. Got to go for the DK time trial. So how have you been enjoying the Me Tour so far? There's been so much going on. My goodness, it's just, it's overwhelming a bit for me from the content creator side, just because there's so much excitement, so much buzz, so much information. I feel like, you know, I'm constantly behind with it, but it is also very exciting too. So I kind of mistimed my shroom usage. I caught a little bit of the sand there, so that's not so swell, but should be still doing well. I think that is the only point where there's really a good shortcut on Calamari Desert 2. So you always want to keep this inside line, as is the case when you're doing time trials and multiplayer. Nice. This is the clip on the back end of the cart there for the jump boost. Here we go for the final stretch. So, quite a lot of new items were added to the all clear pipe. We have the Dreamy Egg, the Pink Dozer is in there now. So those are 2 very nice looking carts. I know Dixie Kong, always appreciative of a new toy, but now, I mean, now that we have level 8, you know, the Kongs, the Swooper, these things, they're no longer maxed out, so that wouldn't be such a bad pull. So a minute 7 on that, not too shabby. All right, here we go. Let's see what kind of luck we can get in this pipe. Also be interesting to see what I've been racing with, because I haven't been focusing too much on the Miis. I definitely, look, you know, when it comes to these racing suits, they are fun, and but it doesn't substitute a character. And this tour is kind of pulling our arms to use the Miis because that's the only way to collect the tokens. And I found it a little bit dissatisfying, given, you know, that I have my favorite characters that I always like to race with, but I've had to avoid using them many times to keep up with the tokens. So there we go. All cups cleared. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Okay, we get the regular Dozer Dasher. Oh boy. I thought for a moment we had the Pink Dozer. Dixie Kong will have to settle for yellow on that. Anyway, folks, if you found this video helpful, I do appreciate all the support you can leave. A thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're almost at 1,000. big things on the way on the channel here, and I thank you so much for the support. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.